Hello everyone, my name is Simon. I'll be going over transgenderism in journalism. I know this is a very sensitive topic, so let me just be clear about myself that I do respect transgenders. I have friends who are transgenders. I respect their pronoun, their identity. My only stance is that I don't think children should be receiving any kind of treatment like this because they might make a decision that they might regret later because they're just kids, along with anything else like tattoos, smoking, drinking, etc. My article is by Mr. Longman from New York Times. He's been doing sports reporting since 1993. He's covered both men and women sports, and I thought he would be a well-rounded journalist. And it turns out he is like all the others, biased and one-sided. So the article that I'm going to go over is called New York Study Bolsters Idea of Athletic Differences Between Men and Trans Women. Three things that I find it to be manipulative is that one, he speaks way too much about the banning of trans athletes, which kind of forces me to think that we're not being progressive or that we're doing something wrong, regardless of the reasons behind it, and regardless of my own opinion. Second thing is that it provides misleading research just to prove his point, but I find it irrelevant. The third thing is that he neglects the differences that males have over females that were found from the research. So I think he should speak more about cases where trans athletes do compete and study what happens from there. Um, do they win? Do they lose? Are there advantages or not? Are there political movements happening against that or from that, like the Leah Thomas um, case? And because him talking just about the banning of trans athletes forces me to have an opinion towards them, to sympathize with them, right? But the reality is there are trans athletes who are competing. So I feel like his journalism was a bit manipulative in this way. The second thing is that he referred to a research done by University of Brighton that studied 60 people who are non-athletes, and I found that to be contradicting and irrelevant actually, because we're studying athletes, trans athletes against other athletes. I think non-athletes are completely different than athletes. So I think he used this evidence just to force and to uplift transgenderism, saying that, oh look, trans men are stronger than cis men, even when they're both non-athletes. Like, of course, I'm a I'm a non-athlete. There are definitely a bunch of people, regardless of their gender, who are stronger than me. So I found it irrelevant and kind of manipulative for him to use this evidence. And lastly, that research did show that there was a grip strength difference, that males have stronger grip than females, and he downplayed it by saying that in sports there's more factors in performance than grip strength, as if it's nothing important. But Ohio State University research showed that grip strength usually shows higher quality muscle, how strong the rest of the body is, and it's an overall marker for performance. Um, so it is pretty important, but he neglected that because it went against his point of view, his political view. So overall, I think he did a decent job because he did provide a lot of links for me to fact check, right? Like he provided look at all these links that I got to, like hand grip strength. I kept to linked into that. The research itself he has a link. So journalism wise, I think he did okay, but definitely he leaned way too much towards trans athletes, and he kind of misrepresented them in a way too, because there are bans, of course, but there are also cases where they get to compete. So he kind of misrepresented that. Um, I think he definitely needs to cover both sides to be an objective uh, journalist. So Thank you so much for watching.